I wanted to find out what exactly happens to us while we sleep. For 3 years, I used 4 infrared cameras and 4 digital audio recorders and kept a sleep journal. Here for you now, I present the screeching bird incident. On the night of July 6, 2020, not long after I'd gone to bed, I was awakened by a screeching bird. It sounded like it was coming from around my ceiling fan, and in Austin, Texas, there is no such bird. I've played this screeching bird for you before several times, but now I'm going to give you the backstory, where it all started from, and in this case, it truly is strange. It's probably the only example I've ever had of proving that something had followed me home. Let me take you now back to the haunted Lakehouse and explore key moments that shaped my paranormal experience. 7 years ago, I stumbled upon an abandoned lake house just north of Austin, Texas, on Lake Travis. It was nearly 7,000 square feet with a basement and a spectacular view of the lake. Inside the house, it was very quiet, carpeted, and looked like it had only been empty for a few months. It was very clean, had no pests or animal droppings, despite the front door standing wide open. After conducting a background investigation on the property, I was surprised to discover that it had been abandoned for nearly 14 years. The basement was a country restaurant with a bar and a large commercial kitchen. It had been abandoned so long that it was hard to see from the road. Foliage had overgrown the parking lot and obscured the view from the street. Upstairs was an open floor plan that could be rented for events. I found an article from the UT student newspaper that said a former economics professor had drowned nearby when fishing with his grandson. His body washed up on the banks of this lake house. At night, the house was truly terrifying. There was a mirror in the basement that proved to be a source of incredible paranormal activity. I was looking for a way to do things that my adult son would be interested in doing with me, so I invited him on a ghost hunt. It was the first time either one of us had done this, and to our shock, the house was phenomenally haunted. As soon as we walked in, it sounded like whole bookshelves falling over right in front of us, yet the room was completely empty, quiet, and carpeted. I know it sounds like I'm just stomping around, but it's very quiet. Look at this daytime shot. Well, I'm back. And now There's lots of graffiti. Well, I'm back. And now, here I'm investigating if the ghost of Dr. Sommerfeld is there. Dr. Sommerfeld, are you here? Dr. Ray Sommerfeld, are you here? Your body washed up on the shore. I'm wondering if you're still here. Or what spirits are here. I just want to know who you are and why you are here. I'm afraid that this little exercise is just fucking shit. That scared me. Holy, that scared me. Dr. Sommerfeld, is that you? So as we'll see, the entities in this house made lots of noise and tried to do everything they could to scare me away. They even joined me in my car on the way there. This 7-Eleven is just 3 miles away, and I would stop here at midnight for some coffee. Alright, we are recording. I forget how I lock this puppy. It sounds like one of them is saying, "I'm going to the back of the neck," which is a pretty common location where they can go to get access to your vocal cords.
Negotiate any place.
All right, keeping an eye on that deputy sheriff was just here. Here are some more examples of threats trying to scare me away. And now let's see the original screeching bird incident. I was sitting outside in my car, listening to see if anybody might be inside, like a transient or a vandal. when they tried to scare me away with this sound. What the is that? Throughout my research, I've noticed strange electrical events that happen around paranormal activity. After each screech, there's a burst of electrical energy. Notice their response has a little burst of energy like when keying a microphone. I decided to conduct experiments on this mirror after I saw the Black Forest haunting, which had a dresser mirror in the bedroom that had faces in it. I was able to find faces as well. The mirror had years of grime on it, and it took a lot of work to get it clean. But what I noticed is, as soon as I got back to my camera, it would start to fog over and images would begin to appear. That looks like the formation of possibly a trash can. It looks like a trash can. Now it moves up higher and a claw-like shape takes its place. Images are constantly forming and changing shape, and here a hand actually came out of the mirror. Some of this is certainly pareidolia, but cartoonish looking faces like that one are very common. Now we see a whole host of images forming, and now the images are just far too complex to have been made by smears on the glass. Take a look at this thing. We should see this thing on my side of the glass, but we don't. The red line is the edge of the mirror. What is that? Are we seeing inside the mirror, or is this guy outside with me? Here we see a beautifully complex image of bridges and what looks like an old style telephone. I published this image in Paranormal Review, a magazine for the Society for Psychical Research in London. It looks like some kind of a demon sitting on my hand. I frequently captured images of creatures looking right back at me. Take a look at this dude staring off into the room where I am. I captured lots of images of aliens and spaceships and even EVPs that had robotic alien sounds to them. Well, not long after I had made my first visit, vandals came in and completely trashed the place, and they stole the mirror down in the basement. They didn't break it, there were no pieces of it, they stole it. So I bought a cheap dressing mirror from Walmart and put it where the old mirror used to be, and it took on the same paranormal properties. I think this image is absolutely stunning. On the left we see what it looked like when I first put it up, but after it fogged over on the right, we get this beautiful picture of a lake with a rowboat. The mirror is allowing us to see deep into other dimensions, and that's my light from the camera, and above me, across. Remember, this is all we should be seeing. And now to tie this all together, on my computer screen you see the mirror, it's leaning up against paneling, and even though my light is right there, there's this weird shadow across it. I couldn't for the life of me understand where that shadow was coming from. When I got back home, I put the mirror in my garage. The next morning when I woke up, I found that it had fallen over and broken into two pieces, exactly like the shadow. It was not long after this incident that I noticed my mirrors were becoming active.